welcome all to a safe place where healing awaits and troubles are erased. Let's sit and conversate about the struggles you face. I had struggles too, so I can relate. On the road to being great, you're gonna make mistakes. But when your voice is heard, there's a clean slate. Keep the faith, don't hesitate, somebody's here to listen. With every conversation, there's a new beginning. New horizons all rising, better days are near. Share your truth, have no fear, let me lend an ear. Lonely days are gone and you're not alone. Healing begins with being heard, so this is your song.
All the tears, you are here and listening to my life, to my story, my pain. Yeah, I'll be brave, overcoming the struggles in my life, and I'll be the one to show you the way. You will hear my story. Hearts are all the same. You will hear my story. Hearts are all the same. Yeah.
Good day, beautiful soul. I am Dr. Kyri Mosley, and welcome to Dr. Kyri Listens. Dr. Kyri's show is all about healing, and we know that healing begins when we're being heard. But we're going to take it a step further. Healing begins with being heard, but it doesn't end there. And so today, I want to talk to you as a trauma-informed psychologist. I know through both science and through life lived, that trauma can not only shape our minds, shapes our bodies, and it even shapes our sense of safety. I also know that healing is possible and that today we begin by reclaiming our power. As you know, is our custom, every time we have a show, I sit down and I write a quote. And so today's quote, though it is for our guest, it is for all of us. I want us to know that you are not your trauma. You are the courage that you carried through it. You are the strength that rose from it. And you are the light that continues to shine beyond it. Today, I am joined by someone who embodies transformation. Her story reminds us of what we call the butterfly effect. How even the smallest shifts in our lives, the quietest choices that we make, can all cause a ripple effect, and a ripple effect that causes change in our lives. Please welcome my star, my sister, my friend, Leja Wade.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Leja.
Yes.
It's going to be all right. I need you to know that.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm here. Why did you decide to do the show?
I decided to do this show because I need to release some things and almost a vent
Amen.
and closure.
Yeah. When you titled our discussion, The Butterfly Effect, what does the butterfly effect mean to you?
Rebirth, new life, starting over.
Amen.
And just becoming new as a person.
And I understand that everything, my theme, my logos, it always has a butterfly in it because I think about my life and who I was and who I am today. And it's all about transformation, right?
Yes.
And so today I want to give you the opportunity to tell your story. I want you to start from the very beginning and talk about your childhood.
Well, first and foremost, I got to thank God for my grandmother. I had a praying grandmother. Grateful for that. She raised me, my two sisters, and two of my little cousins in the household. We were introduced to God as children. She was the mother of our church. I sang in a choir every Sunday. Went to choir practice every Saturday. Wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you was at our house, my cousins know who are listening, you were going to church.
Yes.
Even if she had to put you in her clothes.
Oh,
right. And I came from a family, like a close-knit family, but we grew up like the movie Big Mama's House.
Yes.
Where it was everybody at the house.
Yes.
She never closed her door on anybody. If you needed somewhere to go, you came to our house.
Yes.
So our house was like the foundation. My grandma was like the head of the family.
Yes.
So I grew up with nothing but family and nothing but love.
Wow.
For the most part.
How did you wind up being with your grandmother?
Well, my mother has suffered from substance abuse. Alcohol was number one.
Okay.
Amongst other things she indulged in. So that's how we primarily ended up at grandma's house.
Okay.
We would go with our mom for short periods of time, but we always ended back at grandma's house.
Yes.
You know, so that was like home, period, for us. Me and my two sisters.
Okay. You have two sisters. Any brothers?
On my father's side.
Okay.
From my mother, I am the baby daughter. I call myself the big little sister.
Yes.
I have an older sister. She's 57. My other sister would have been 54. She's no longer with us. And then me, I'll be 53 next month.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know you said today was going to be a day of release.
Yes.
You called it a vent. Well, let me tell you something. There is nothing about your energy right now that's a vent. Okay? It's not there. I want you to talk and express, and there's nothing that you can't talk to me about. Okay? Right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
As far as my childhood, my upbringing, I mentioned about God already, but there was also a lot of trauma. I had, let me count them. My grandma had 7 children. And I had 2 aunts and 4 uncles. I always say out of the 7, I gotta count y'all.
It's okay.
4 of them was held out the 7.
Okay.
My oldest uncle was Muslim.
Okay.
Devout Muslim. Him and his wife, Angee. My second uncle was the stone cold gangster of the family, Uncle Charles. My oldest aunt Melanie, she was a civil rights activist type person.
Wow.
My Uncle Johnny was the pimp of the family. He was like Superfly.
Yeah.
Then my Aunt Ruby, she was the aunt that didn't nobody play with.
Yes.
She just was always off to herself with her family, living a quiet life. Then my mother was the party girl and chose to run with the boys. And then my baby uncle we call him the silverback. Because he kind of walked like one.
Oh, yes.
But he followed in his big brother's footsteps for the most part.
Okay.
So I grew up around one praying grandmother, gangsters, pimps, hoes, junkies. This was my everyday life.
And how did that impact your life?
Tremendously. I ended up being, like most children, a product of my environment.
That's right.
We were raised more like little pit bulls. We always had to be tough.
Right.
Couldn't show too much weakness. It wasn't allowed.
Right.
That's how they raised us. It was a lot of love there. Now, don't get me wrong. We were loved on abundantly. But sometimes when the lights went down and it got dark, it got crazy at my grandma's house. So me and my sisters were overexposed to things as little girls. We've seen a lot. Heard a lot. And that's where the trauma comes from.
Let's talk about that. What are some of the things that you saw, that you experienced?
The shorter version is probably what didn't I see?
Okay.
Didn't we see? I've seen it all. I was the kid that was always paying attention, aware, knew what was going on. My saying is I've been grown since I was 3.
Yes.
It was like we would see women getting beat by our uncles, our mother being beat. We would try to help her as little girls, sometimes getting hurt in the process. I've basically seen really everything. I've seen people almost OD. I've seen, the first time I seen 2 women in a what would I call it? A lesbian relationship. I probably was about 9, and my mom again was the party girl.
Right.
So everybody would come to our house, you know, party, whatever. And me and my sister Plum was coming down the stairs one morning to go get some cereal. There was 2 women naked on our couch in the scissor position. We were little girls.
Right.
So we just like, whoa, you know, we didn't know really what was going on, but we did.
Right.
I was exposed to a lot. Say like, for instance, if something went on with my family, say something bad was going on with my uncles or what have you, whatever, we were thrown in closets for protection because something was about to go down. So we had the uncles, everybody grabbing guns, sitting in windows, us getting put in closets or told to go upstairs. But that was our way of life for me as a kid. Me and my sisters. My little cousins, they came a little after, so they weren't too much exposed to this. But we knew, again, I was always attentive what to do.
Right.
They didn't have to tell us.
You know, when certain things took place, you had to go to the closet.
Exactly. Or upstairs to my grandma's room in the closet. But once we seen them grabbing guns and getting in windows, we knew what to do.
Yes.
So that was traumatic for us. So as being a product, ended up being a product of my environment, all I knew was I'd be a gangster. That's all I was raised around.
Right.
And I think people are misunderstood about me. Because I'm really one of the nicest people, kindest people you can meet.
Yeah, you are.
But I have that outer shell that you have to get through first. So I call that my turtle.
Yes, your turtle.
Because I'm hard on the outside, but really mushy on the inside. But because of my upbringing, I came out to be like a gangster boo.
Right. Okay.
Now moving forward to when I started having children, well, I had my first son, I was 22. I had my second son, I was 25. And I raised them as a single parent. But before we get to that part, I suffered a very abusive relationship with my last son's dad, resulting in him actually trying to literally take my life in 1990, I want to say 98. I had gotten some trouble earlier that year where I had to defend myself against 2 women trying to jump on me. and I ended up cutting one of them.
Okay.
So I almost went to prison.
Mm-hmm.
Because in Minnesota, self-defense, you have to do what they were doing to you.
You have to do the exact thing. You can't escalate it. You can't move it further up. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So me being me, I did what I had to do.
Right.
And I ended up cutting one of them. And which landed me in jail. My baby son was 5 months. My oldest son had to be like 3. It's like 3 years apart. So I fought this case for about 4 months.
Okay.
And then I took a plea agreement only because I need to get back to my babies.
To your babies, right? They needed you.
Yes. And I was concerned with how they were being treated, things like that. So I just said, just let me out of here. I'll do whatever you want me to do. Just let me out. So I did that. But if I knew then what I knew now, I'd have fought that case to the end.
Right.
So
how long did you have to stay?
I was in jail fighting that case for like 113 days. Yeah.
Wow.
I got out. My last son's dad came. I got a hold of him in jail through my family. Come get these kids. And a hurtful part of this is my whole family's in Minnesota. So why did I have to send my kids all the way to Arkansas? But I did. I ain't pointing fingers at nobody, but I never understood that.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So he came and got him. He did that. So when I got out, I had to go get them.
Right.
So I took a couple months. And in the whole process of this, I literally lost everything because I moved to different states, trying different things. So I had a couple storages out of state. So by the time I got out, I literally had nothing.
Right. Right.
Not even a pair of panties. So I ended up going to Arkansas to get my children. And what a joyous day to see my babies again. So we came back to Minnesota on the Greyhound. But I ended up going right back because, again, nobody would let us stay with them.
Okay.
And I do have a strong sense of pride.
Right.
You know, which could be a good and bad thing. But my one particular uncle told me and my kids couldn't stay. And a couple others.
Right.
So I got back on the Greyhound and went back to Arkansas. And this is when the incident happened with my son's dad. He was an alcoholic / a gang member.
Okay. Okay.
From Inglewood, California. So yes, I'm an ex-gangbanger.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna say member. And he got drunk one day and he came. We had been hunting earlier that day.
You said hunting?
Hunting. We're in Arkansas, like they didn't even have roads back then.
Right.
Still red dirt and stuff like that. So we were hunting earlier that day and they had a hunting camp. So we went to the hunting camp to hang out with his cousins and stuff. And I used to whoop them in dominoes. Couldn't nobody beat me. So that was fun. But I got tired of being out there. So I said, I'm gonna go back to the house. I went back to the house. And I was reading this book. I wish I could remember the title, but it was really, really good. So when he came in, hours after me, he asked me to fix him a plate. And I told him no. And he wasn't used to me telling him no.
Right.
So that triggered him. We had been fighting the whole time we've been together anyway.
Okay.
But this one was the worst. So I ended up fighting him, literally fighting for my life for about, seemed like forever, but probably about an hour.
An hour is a long time to be in any fight.
Yes. And when I say God kept me standing, it's only him. Because baby, he tore that house up from the front to the back. I put guns on him, knives. He was black. He was out of his body.
Right.
that resulted in me eventually getting away. I ran outside into the woods. Mind you, I'm a city girl. I don't know nothing about no woods. And they had snakes down there, poisonous snakes down there. I didn't care.
Right.
I didn't have on no shoes. I didn't have on no shirt. He had hit me in the head with a stick with a hook on the end. So I had a big open gash in my head, blood everywhere. I ran. I sat in the woods, and he came out looking for me with the shotgun. And he told me, he's talking to me, you know, B, when I find you, I'm going to kill you. Da, da, da. And baby, when I tell y'all, I could have been sitting on top of a snake and I didn't care.
Right.
But I was getting away from him. So I'm sitting there with my cries muffled, just bleeding profusely from my head. But in the process, his grandfather had called the police. Well, in the country, you guys, back then, it takes a while to get there, unlike the city. So I'm sitting in the woods watching for them as he's looking for me. So he eventually goes back in the house, and I hear him telling my kids to get dressed. Now he's gonna run off with my children. But I never understood why. I've always been a good mom. So the sheriffs eventually come. I shoot out from the back where I was hiding at. I meet them at the gate. He don't know they're out there. And that man looked at me. It was 2 African-American sheriffs that came. He said, "Who did this to you?" And I said, "He's in the house." And they didn't ask no questions. They went in there. And the crazy part is he's like, "Oh, her name is Leja Wade.
What?
She has a warrant in Minnesota trying to deflect the..." Shut up and sit down. So they took him to jail. They took me to the hospital, of course. As we're driving to the hospital, I started getting cold. I was losing so much blood. And I got there. I didn't get stitches, baby. I had staples. I had to staple my head back together. So after they did that, got me fixed and all that, they took me back to get my children. Then they took us to a battered women's shelter in Arkansas. And then I was there for about 3 weeks. And I came home. Me and my babies came home. And I asked God on the way home, I said, "God, why me? Why have to endure all this pain?" And he told me, "So you can help other people."
Amen. Amen.
So I took that for what it is. I never questioned it again. I came home. And that's when the butterfly effect comes.
Amen.
I went to my dad's house. And I was there for 3 weeks. It was snow up to my knees. I had a 3-year-old on my arm, on my hand. I had a huge baby. My baby so much is big. I had him in a stroller. And I had a baby bag in my purse in the snow on the bus and found us somewhere to live.
Amen.
I left my father's house. We started over. When I got to that apartment, we have nothing. Well, I'll take that back. We each had a garbage bag of clothes, and that's it.
I know that it's time for our break. And I'll tell you, when I tell you this story is, I don't want to interrupt your story. We're going to compose ourselves. I want you ask you guys to give us a minute. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Kyri, and this is Leja Wade. To God be the glory.
And let's have a moment of clarity. There's freedom in your transparency. When you speak, you release. That's therapy. It's my decision to listen and do it carefully. Wanna live carefree? Well, it's gonna start. When secrets are kept, families are torn apart. I wanna do my part to help heal your heart. Shed some light on your life when your days are dark. Help ignite a spark that'll bring change. Be your shelter from the rain, assist with the pain.
It's your boy, Tony D on the radio. You know what time it is. Let's go.
Hello, everyone. This is Pat Nash of Pat Nash Talks, where we have the conversations that create real relationships. I'm here every single Sunday, 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern, and you can find us right here on Level Up Nation. See you then.
Hello, I'm Benita Hunter, owner and maker of Forever Treasures, where I take your sentimental items, your cherished baby clothes, and I turn them into forever keepsakes. We can use uniforms, wedding gowns, baby clothes, or any other sentimental item of a loved one who may have passed on. Now here's where you come in. Go and find your sentimental items, send them to me. I turn them into a forever keepsake, keeping memories alive. I can be reached at bhforevertreasures.com, or you can call me directly at 443-995-9655. Let's make it happen and keep memories alive.
Hello. So as you guys know, this is my Brenda Beer from Forever Treasures, your Forever Treasures. Man, Benita Hunter is amazing. The work that she does and the healing that she provides through her teddy bears. It's not even just if someone has been lost. Maybe you have a child and you don't want to use the clothes for anything else, and you can make a teddy bear for each one of the children. Then when they have children, you could give the teddy bear to their children. But I digress. I love this. I love my Brenda Beer. Thank you, Benita Hunter. Okay, so today's show has been heavy. It's been a lot of things that have been shared. But what Leja was talking about, we were about to talk about the butterfly effect. See, she didn't stay there. There's a transformation that's took place. And I'm excited. Thank you, everyone that's here today. Thank you for being present. Thank you. Leja, my star.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the butterfly effect.
I chose the butterfly effect as the title because I literally had to rebirth myself. I had to go back from the caterpillar into the cocoon and come out this beautiful, vibrant butterfly.
Yes.
And continue.
Your dress, you look like a butterfly. Did you guys see her dress? I love this dress. So if y'all see me wearing this dress, don't be like, oh, that's Leja's dress. It's gonna be Kyri's dress. I love it.
Thank you.
Right.
And pretty much these colors on this butterfly came out. So that was about a rebirth for me. I went with my children, basically started over from nothing. And about, I'll say give or take about a month in, I woke up one morning and God said to me, and He's always spoken to me, and thank you, God, for that. He told me, you have to forgive him in order to heal. And baby, when I tell y'all, that was one of the hardest things I had to do besides bury my sister. Baby, let me tell you. I said, okay, that's what I got to do. I called him and I said, look, this is about me. This is not about you. I said, I have to forgive you for what you did. Right. But I'll never forget. And from that day on, my butterfly effect started. Yes. I started healing, which allowed me to still love, be caring, kind, raise my children to be the kings that they are, not carry bitterness, nothing like that. He took the black out of my heart when I chose to forgive and listen to God. No black, nowhere, not at all.
And I know that is the truth. I know that's the truth. And sometimes people don't understand, oh, why you don't say nothing? Why you don't? I said, no, I can't give you that power over me.
That's right.
Because you speaking lies. You saying things that's not true. That's not who I am.
That's right.
And so I understand removing all the darkness.
Yes.
You know, it's essential for our healing.
I had to. And I listened to God and everything started. I started healing. And also, you guys, when I say I walked in that apartment with each one of us a bag of clothes, baby. I walked out that apartment fully furnished. They spent the dime. Won't he do it?
Yes, he will.
My neighbors. So I'm a social person, a caring person. So I ended up being the hairdresser and the babysitter.
Yes.
At the same time. And as my neighbors would move and things like that, they just start giving me stuff.
Yes.
So I actually needed a truck to move out of there when I walked in there with 3 bags of clothes. God is an awesome God.
He is.
And he never left me nor forsaken me. I ended up staying there for about 2 years. Then we moved back to Minneapolis, where I'm from. I was living in St. Paul. And that was about 2000, because I was there 98 to 2000. Came back to my city, Minneapolis. My kids are a little bit older. Now they're probably about, oh, mind you, I have 2 sons. Let me take back up. Armani.
At that time.
Period. I have 2 sons. Armani is my oldest. He just turned 31. Eris is my baby. He just turned 28 last month. They were about 8 and 5 because they're 3 years apart.
Okay.
And now life is going, you know, it's rolling, struggle, but it's okay.
It's okay.
I got my babies, it's okay. And one day, out of nowhere, July 25th of 2001, my mother OD'd on my couch. Of course, didn't see it coming. It was an overdose. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. My niece was staying with me at the time, my oldest niece. She just found out she was pregnant with my mom's first great grandbaby.
Yes.
She was a lady, my mom. My mom was funny. She would take my food, cook my food, tell me I can't eat it until my niece ate first.
Really?
Yes, it was funny to me, though. I thought it was so super cute.
She had to take care of that great
Absolutely.
grandbaby.
So I didn't care. Thought it was funny. But that's what she did while she was staying with me.
Right.
And then one day she got up, she left the house. Me and her had a talk earlier that day. And I just know she came back. She was under the influence per usual. Now you guys got to understand that I've been watching my mother's eyes waddle in her head and high on drugs and all that stuff all my life.
Right.
So when she started to go through, I didn't pay no attention.
Right.
I'm just being honest. This is the norm.
This is the norm.
This was the norm. I've been watching her do this all my life.
Right.
She'd wake up the next day.
Yes.
You know, not necessarily to that extreme, but being drunk or high on pills or what have you.
Right.
It was a norm for us. I didn't really pay no attention. I think nothing of it. So she came back. She was gone all day. She came back. We're all outside. Me and my little boyfriend and his friends, whatever. We out there partying, you know, drinking, smoking, having fun. Hot summer day. And my mother had a friend with her, a guy friend. They were sitting on the bricks. And she was like, she laid on him. But again, I'm not realizing that she's starting to go through. Okay. I told him, my friends to say, hey, take my mom up there and put her on the couch, which they did. And my mom was little. Most of us are petite women, especially in height. So my mom at the time probably was maybe 105 pounds, maybe 10 at the most.
Okay.
And when they came down, one of them said she felt kind of heavy. But still, I said, was she breathing? He was like, yeah, she was breathing. But she was going through transformation. So we're still down there kicking it. So my niece calls me. I lived upstairs. She's like, Auntie, come and wake Mommy Ellen up. I can't get her to wake up. Okay. I runs up the stairs and I ain't thinking none of it. So my couch is facing the door. And baby, when I tell y'all, as soon as I looked at my mom, I knew she was gone. All I could do was grab the phone, call 911. And I told them, my mom is dead. And of course I lost it.
Yes.
They came, and in between I called, aunts, uncles, everybody I need to call. Paramedics came. Well, fire truck came, laid in the middle of my floor, tried to revive her. It was too late. It was over.
Right.
Then my aunts and uncles and everybody came. And I just remember laying down there with her.
Right.
They put a pillow on her head and laid down there with her, talking to her, crying. But God had wiped all the scars off of her. Wow. I seen it.
Yes.
My aunt seen it. And I just remember saying, look at her. She looks brand new.
Yes.
My aunt says she does. She's seen it too. She was at peace. Yes. She was tired. My mother wanted to get over her alcoholism, but it was a disease.
Right. And it is a disease.
And it took for her to die for me to understand that it was a disease.
Yes.
I thought she just liked to party. You see what I'm saying? Not understanding the severity of this disease she had. And she wanted to be better.
Yes.
Okay. But she lost. So,
when we were on Friday, we talked about the paradoxes of losing and winning.
We did.
So she was in peace.
Yeah, she was.
She was no longer
struggling, suffering.
Right.
Yeah.
And she was transformed physically.
Yeah.
In front of your eyes.
She was. So, they took her away. I'm cutting up, of course, and it was over. I lived in that house for a year. It was horrible every day.
Right.
I could see her every day laying in the middle of my living room. But I couldn't just pack up and go. I couldn't afford it.
Right.
So when the opportunity arose, I did end up moving for a new start. And we had a cremating and stuff like that. So I ended up with her ashes and all of that stuff. Then I just, went on life with my children and did the best I could with them.
And that's, you raised kings.
I did.
And you were very intentional and very deliberate
about
how you were going to raise them
ma'am.
To be what you didn't have.
Yes, ma'am.
And so people sometimes you don't understand, like they say, oh, we have these curses, there's generational curses. This is the way it's gonna be. But no, we get to say what it's gonna be.
That's right.
It does not have to be what it was.
Yes.
And so I just want to lift you up and let you know I see you.
Yes.
I want to pause for a second. I want to talk about something. So in psychology, we talk about something called cognitive behavioral therapy. And it's CBT. That's what we usually hear, different therapists talk about CBT. And it's a way of noticing that your thoughts keep you stuck, right? It can keep you stuck and keep you in patterns and you're not learning from them. But we have to learn to replace those thoughts with new thoughts in order to free ourselves of the bondage that we are in. It's not always to fault of our own.
Right.
It's just our circumstances, things that we've been through.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, when you were going through a very difficult life, how did you see yourself? Well, how would you call yourself? What would you say? This is how I thought about myself then in comparison to now.
Well, after the incident with my son's dad, I never looked at myself as a failure.
Amen.
That's a blessing. I was broken for sure.
Amen.
For sure. I bent, but I didn't break.
That's right.
But I was broken. You kind of understand what I'm saying?
I understand it. I think a couple of days ago, I don't know if it was yesterday. So yesterday I posted on Facebook, I felt this brokenness. The pain, the brokenness. Because life is not always kind.
Right.
And so I understand being in a state of brokenness, but
Mhm.
not being broken.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And so it's just life experiences and
Mhm.
things that happen
Mhm.
that cause us to feel a certain way. And
Right.
so that's what CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, is all about. It's about recognizing
Mhm.
this is where I was, this is how I feel,
Mhm.
but this is who I am. And so I want to talk to you today about who are you now? Because you
I
see, the Leja I know is strong and firm, and she don't play. But my goodness, the gentleness.
Yeah.
You are an amazing, amazing soul.
That's all due to God's grace and mercy.
Mhm.
My praying grandmother,
Mhm.
first and foremost. She prayed over us hard, and I'm
Mhm.
sure all of us are still living off her prayers.
Mhm.
She taught us how to pray. I'm grateful for that.
Yes.
I just refuse to succumb to life.
Mhm.
I'm a
Mhm.
fighter, always
Yes.
been.
Mhm.
I call myself like the little train that could. I'm just
Yes.
gonna keep on
Mhm.
trucking, keep
Mhm.
on. And I just kept going.
Mhm.
I had to for my sons, no doubt.
Right.
I promised myself that whatever I did, I would not be an alcoholic like my mother.
Mhm.
And I stood on that 10
Mhm.
toes down.
Right.
And I always would allow them to be children,
Mhm.
something I really didn't get to do.
Right. Right. Mhm.
And it worked.
I mean, we
They
gotta
are
rewrite.
amazing.
Yes, we gotta rewrite our story.
Oh yeah. Gotta
Right.
take that pen and that eraser and take out some stuff and add some stuff.
Mhm.
So I can only give honor to God for this. I thank him every day for allowing me and giving me the strength,
Right.
the wisdom and the courage to keep moving and keep going and never just stop and
Right.
give up
Mhm.
and say forget about it.
Right.
I'm just grateful for
Mhm.
that. I figured out my purpose.
Mhm.
And this came to me, God spoke to me within the last 5 years.
Yes.
I say, again, not the exact question, but I'm like, okay, God, so again, why do I have to be the one to endure so much pain, so much hurt?
Right. Mhm.
And he told me, your life had never been about you.
Come
I
on
said,
now.
oh,
Never.
never been about me.
Mhm.
That's why I've been through so much.
Mhm.
Because I'm here for a purpose and
That's
I'm
right.
here to help other people,
Mhm.
which is also my passion.
Yes.
I would love to have a nonprofit where I help children and
Mhm.
teenagers and things. I don't care the race,
Mhm.
just to help them get on the right path.
Yes.
I did it.
That's
I
right.
did it with my own sons.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I know through my story,
Mhm.
I can help other people.
That's right.
And that's my purpose.
Mhm.
And I love it. I started volunteering last year for a homeless shelter
Mhm.
called Family Promise in
Mhm.
Gwinnett.
Wow.
I love to give back.
Mhm.
And also right now we had a 3-alarm fire in my complex
Mhm.
about 3 weeks ago.
Yes.
We have several families that totally lost everything.
Mhm.
Well, I took it upon myself and God put it in me as well
Mhm.
to help these people with
Right.
limited resources.
Mhm.
So I went on our page, neighborhood page. I posted a picture, said what happened, what's
Mhm.
going on, and it's
Mhm.
been a snowball effect.
Yes.
People
Yes.
chiming in, donating stuff.
Mhm.
Even you, Dr. Kyri, thank you.
Mhm.
And took my own time to volunteer.
Mhm.
Found a couple other volunteers
Right.
to go get these items of furniture, beds, whatever people are
Mhm.
donating,
Yes.
and take it to these families in
Mhm.
need. I'm just about helping, uplifting people. And I've been making the world a beautiful place
That's
for a
right.
long time.
That's
I'm a
right.
professional hairstylist.
Yes.
Uh,
You see her hair? Professional hair. We didn't talk about
Yes, mama.
what you. Hello, that's my Uncle Greg. Hello. This is a professional hairstylist.
Mhm.
She's been doing hair since you were 5. I'm not exaggerating. I think I'm telling it a untruth, but it's the truth. How long you been doing hair?
I've been professional licensed.
Well, we ain't talking about license. I said, how long you been doing hair?
40 years. Since I was a little girl, I started Everybody in my house was a guinea pig. Come sit down. Let me try this on you. I started French braiding probably about the age of 10 or 11. And by the age of, I say, 13, 14, baby, I was coloring and cutting hair.
Wow.
A natural gift that I got from God. And then eventually I went on to school.
Yes.
To get my license and become professional. So I've been making the world beautiful for years.
That's right.
And that's
one head at a time.
Absolutely.
One head at a time.
That's my biggest reward.
And it's nothing like caring for a woman's crown.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yes.
It does something for us as women.
It did.
So I want to thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
I want to give you a chance to give our audience your final words of the day. What you want to tell people? Because there's people out there, you know, and I know that have gone through.
Well, my final words to all men and women: keep your faith strong. Don't let it waver. Perseverance, tenacity, and the biggest is gotta have self-love. Baby, if you ain't got self-love, you ain't got nothing.
I promise you that.
I promise you that. Self-love is everything. Because when you have a certain sense of self-love, you don't allow people to treat you certain ways and talk to you certain type of ways. Okay? We've all been through things. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's story is perfect.
Right.
But once you develop that strong sense of self-love, you're unstoppable, baby.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And I have learned that.
Yes,
I have
ma'am.
learned that.
Yes,
if I don't love me, I can't possibly love anyone else.
That's right.
And so it has allowed me, self-love.
Yes.
Has allowed me to stick up for myself.
Yes.
Say what needs to be said.
Yes.
And not be too concerned about if your feelings are hurt. Because you're trying to hurt my feelings.
You're
right. You know, I'm telling you, I don't know why. I used to eat that mess. You know, and so God has created in me a spirit of tenacity. And I'm so grateful. Beautiful souls, if you want to find Miss Leja, this is her Facebook, right? It's scrolling before us. Today has been an amazing day. I want you to know that as we go through the healing process, it's not about erasing the past. But it's about reclaiming the present. And that's a very big difference. So we could talk about the things that we've been through and we can help other people get through it too, but it doesn't change. I'm Dr. Kyri, right? And I'm not just a woman who is a psychologist, but I'm a woman who's lived through trauma myself. And I know that both science has taught me, but life has taught me more than any book, any textbook could ever teach me, that healing is essential for life. So wherever you're listening today, I want you guys to know your tomorrow is not defined by anyone else. That's right. It says our gifts in life come early. In life, we just gotta see it and build on it. I'm telling you, look, Uncle Greg, I'm telling you, I feel like I've been doing this my whole life. I just love it. Like I love helping other people. I love listening to other people. And, you know, recently I've opened my practice up and I'm working one-on-one with different clients. You know what has been fun? I have been working with men and women. And I want y'all men out there to know that you do not have to go through this by yourself. That I am here for you. I will be present for you and I will listen to you. I want to thank our guest, Leja Wade. She's an amazing woman. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your vulnerability. I am your host, Dr. Kyri Mosley, and I thank you for being here, and I will see you next week.
Be blessed. Love you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Make the beat slap. He send over the track so I can speak facts. Opposition pushing up, they need to ease back. You ain't talking about the gospel, you can keep that. Believe grab the microphone and then I react. Never sold my soul's intact. Trying to change your brain, mental impact. Now out of this world, Satan been whacked. The devil is a lie, dude been capped. I let my light shine, the world been black. Taking back the music, dude getting jacked. Hooked on the Lord, my spirit on crack. Gotta move forward, ain't no turning back. Microphone check, talking 1 2. You know how we do when we come through. I represent the Father and the Son too. Roll with the Holy Ghost, what you won't do? You ain't rocking with God, then you gotta. You ain't rolling with the Lord, then you gotta. On demon time, then you gotta. You ain't a friend of mine, so you gotta. Sometimes I ask myself, what are people doing? What God did they serve and who are they pursuing? Instead of righteousness, they chose the path to ruin. You wanna see the Father, here's the way to him. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. We couldn't pay the debt, he had to pay the price. Gave his life a sacrifice just to make it right. The burden was heavy, he couldn't take it light. The battle's not ours, he had to take the fight. Showed up in the scene, demons were taking flight. Don't believe in the Father, then you can take a hike. Prayer changes things, what you praying like? Praying like if he gave a mic to help save a life. Telling non-believers about the way of Christ. His mercy and grace will always suffice. Represent the winning team all day and night. Microphone check, talking 1 2. And let's have a moment of clarity. There's freedom in your transparency. When you speak, you release, that's therapy. It's my decision to listen and do it carefully. Wanna live carefree? Well, it's gonna start. When secrets are kept, families are torn apart. I wanna do my part to help heal your heart. Shed some light on your life when your days are dark. Help ignite a spark that'll bring change. Be your shelter from the rain, assist with the pain. Lonely days are gone and you're not alone. Healing begins with being heard, so this is your song.
All the tears, you are here and listening to my life, to my story, my pain. Yeah, be brave, overcoming the struggles in my life, and I'll be the one to show you the way. You will hear my story.
They said it was wrong to promote me, that I wasn't ready, that I would fail.
Those who have betrayed me must pay.
You're the first black agent. Don't be the last.
Revenge is all I have left.
The CIA cannot get involved, so you're on your own.
Aren't we all?
I'm a man who gets what he wants.
Just get me the money. You have 24 hours.
It's your boy, Tony D on the radio. You know what time it is. Let's go.
Hello, everyone. This is Pat Nash of Pat Nash Talks, where we have the conversations that create real relationships. I'm here every single Sunday, 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern, and you can find us right here on Level Up Nation. See you then.
Let's have a moment of clarity. There's freedom in your transparency. When you speak, you release, that's therapy. It's my decision to listen and do it carefully. Wanna live carefree? Well, it's gonna start. When secrets are kept, families are torn apart. I wanna do my part to help heal your heart. Shed some light on your life when your days are dark. Help ignite a spark that'll bring change. Be your shelter from the rain, assist with